Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. Catherine and I was at the grocery store the other day and we noticed they had some green tomatoes. It's getting that time of year, it's November here in Texas. And I love fried green tomatoes, so I thought I'd go ahead and buy 2 tomatoes. And I'm gonna do these 2 different ways. It's gonna be real quick. I mean, it's very easy to make fried green tomatoes. I'm gonna do one just with the basic dipped in flour and fried. And that's the way my mom used to make them up in Ohio. And then what I thought might be good, a little more crispy, I'm going to dip them in the flour, then egg, then some panko crumbs. And I love panko crumbs, it really makes it nice and crispy. I'll do the flour ones first because then I'll have to add a little bit more oil, I think, to the pan to get the crispiness on the panko crumbs. And I think because this video is going to be so fast, what I want to do is right at the end of it, one of our trips to Washington, D.C. A couple months ago, we stopped in Vicksburg, Mississippi at a restaurant, and they had the best fried green tomatoes I've ever had. Nice and thick, crispy, but then they also had like a Cajun shrimp sauce on top of it, and it was just outstanding. And the restaurant, I didn't have enough video footage to really make a video on it, so I think what I'll do is just tag that on the end of this. So let's get started. I hear my butter frying. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've got my green tomatoes, I've cored them, take the core out. And I'm going to slice them into just like nice medium slices, maybe 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. So like I said, what I'm going to do first is just the flour, because it's the more simple version of it. I'm going to just get these a little bit wet. I could dip them in a milk or something, but I'm just going to rinse these under the water. Okay, I've got these a little bit wet so they pick up the flour. And in the flour, actually in the flour, egg, and the panko crumbs, I've got a little bit of salt in each one. And I've got about 1 teaspoon of pepper in the flour for a little bit of seasoning. So for this, all I'm going to do basically is make sure the tomato is well coated. So you can see that. I'm going to dip them right into the frying pan. I've got about 3 tablespoons of butter already heated. Okay, so all we're going to do is fry these up good. I've got the heat on a medium heat. And I mean, even if you've never tried fried green tomatoes, if it sounds terrible, please give them a try. Just, it's very simple to make. The cost of 1 tomato is like 50 cents. Because they don't taste like tomatoes. To me, it's almost like the main course of the meal. It's just got such a different, unique taste. You want to do these about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. It doesn't take very long. All right, let's flip them over. That looks pretty good, a little bit brown. I'll get a close-up here in a second. Here you can see they're starting to get a nice little, the flour's turning a golden brown. So let's do it another 3 minutes on this side. And that's basically it. Very simple. But such a different side dish to have. You could add more butter to this, or like I said, if you wanted to, you could just use olive oil. Okay, let's serve these up. Okay, so what I thought I would do while the other tomatoes are cooling off a little bit so I can take a taste of them, I poured, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, probably 1/4 cup of olive oil in the pan. I'm getting it hot. So on this second batch, what we're going to do is a 3-step method. I'm going to dip them in the flour, then into the egg, and then into the panko crumbs, and then straight into the frying pan. So we'll get started. I just love panko crumbs. They're so nice and light and crispy. Okay, so now I'm just going to drop these right into the frying pan. All right, so we got our panko crumbs frying up. Okay, we'll take these out and get ready to serve them. Good. Yeah, I think I'm going to really like these. Of course, these aren't as healthy. All right, so here we have our two versions. Obviously, the panko crumbs looks a lot nicer and crispier, but this is, you know, not as many carbs, obviously, and it's the way my mom used to make them, so I like them either way. All right, so let's first take the ones just with the flour. I mean, this is so good. Even if you don't like tomatoes, you might like this because it doesn't taste anything like tomatoes. Oh. We always knew it was fall in Ohio. My dad had a garden in the backyard, and right before the first freeze would come, we'd have to go out there and pick all the green tomatoes, and we'd have a lot of these during that time. And green tomatoes last a long time in the refrigerator. So on the panko crumbs, I'm going to use I just have a horseradish sauce. I'm going to dip them in there. Oh boy, they feel nice and crispy. These are still pretty hot. Wow, I like these a lot. I've never done them with the panko crumbs before, and I really like it. And I like the horseradish sauce as well. Oh, so good. And the horseradish sauce gives a little bit of a kick. That's good. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, try them. Even if you don't like tomatoes, I think you might like these. And at the end of the video here, I'm going to go ahead and post that other restaurant we went to in Jackson, Mississippi. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I'll mention it in the video. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Ed Foodie right over there. Thank you. We are in Vicksburg, Mississippi at the voted best restaurant, Klondike Trading Post. Looks like, yeah, it used to be an old gasoline station. Check out the door handles. Pretty cool. So this place it's like an old antique shop. Those old counters. Look at the old Coke machine. Here's the fried green tomatoes. I want the thick too. Thick slice.
Okay.
You got some kind of little mayonnaise, hot sauce mayonnaise. Hot.
I don't know yet, it's just hot.
Let me get one of mine. I got a thinner one. Looks good. I haven't tried it yet. No, we're good. Really good. Real crispy.
Oh,
And, I like it.
this
So,
one.
so yeah, they're real crispy and they got a little Cajun sauce on them, but there's also some little shrimp. Let's put on top of them, and that kind of gives it a Cajun flavor. It's really good. How's your Philly cheesesteak?
Oh, cheese is, this is good.
Really good. Look at the size of these French fries. Yeah, they're hot. Look at that. So it's a double patty.
You like it?
Spicy Cajun sauce. Excellent.